Uh, Hello there, people of Earth. Today is day 4. Let me check the date because I have no perception of date nor time. It is October 20th of 2011. Now, nothing too exciting really happened in the last day. I was working on some of the controlling issues, and I didn't really get them resolved late last night. But let me try to draw this out for you, so hang on one sec. Okay, so let me... So, actually, I should probably explain before that. I was trying to draw out a joystick-style system where it's supposed to be like an anchor point, and then you have this top part of the joystick that'll move back and forth along at a certain radius from that anchor point the whole time, but even if your finger was up here, it would still track it, although it would leave the anchor point right here. So, there was actually, not way too much, but it required some math that I still have yet to completely accomplish. So basically we get the inputs from the touchscreen of this point right here. Oh, sorry. So we get the inputs of this touch point, and we know this is static because it won't move. And we basically have to line this up along this at a fixed radius. What I did have to do, I would take the angle of which this was, and let me find my math. So the angle would end up being, so you'd have to take the arc sine of the ratio sine would be opposite, which would be, in this case, not very much, but if you did this one, you'd have to take this distance, that distance x, oh, you can't see much, and then this distance y, to find this angle, which would be theta. And then after that, you would have to, this is really hard to explain, but basically you would just have to then set this with your fixed hypotenuse of h and hopefully get your point there. And for some reason, what was happening is when I would get this touch input, for some reason it would use different areas as the actual 0, 0 point on my vertex plane. So, or on my, just my XY plane. So let's say here's a very poorly drawn horizontal iPhone. For some reason, as I get my points in XY, so it was coming in as 0, 0 being up here. If you can see that. So 0, 0 was being up there. And for some reason, I was converting them from UI touch objects into CG points, and then 0 was showing up down here for some reason. And when I was setting my boundaries for the touch boxes, or like basically the buttons, so I was saying if the touch was in here, it would be pressing this button down in this corner. It was using this as 0, 0, and now for some reason it's showing this as 0, 0, depending on what object I'm doing. So I kind of need to go through and do some bug fixing and kind of figure out what's actually going on there, because I made it a quick fix. I just simply took the normal x point, because the x's were completely right, and then I had to do the absolute value of 320, which was my height, minus the y value it was giving me, and that would effectively give me the point from the bottom. But yeah, so I need to find out why exactly it's doing that. That's kind of a rough explanation. Probably makes absolutely no sense, but that's what was going on. And I was having some other difficulties with multi-touch, because although Cocos 2D supports multi-touch, I hadn't had a firm grasp of it, and I couldn't find a whole lot of resources on it. So what I'm thinking of doing thus far is just have a line in the middle. So let's just say this video frame is, you know what I mean? Let's say this is the iPhone screen. There would be a line up the middle, and anything that happened over here would be effective to these controls that would be down here, and everything that happens over here would affect these controls down here. So, because if you think about it, let's say somebody had put their finger right here, and then was like touching this button and sliding it. So let's go left, right, pretend my fist is a finger, and sliding it back and forth. You wouldn't want that, because it comes in just as a touch moved, because this is moving, and then this point down here is moving also because you have your joystick, so you're going back and forth and you're moving it forward and backwards. you need to have a way to differentiate these two. So I basically just split it down the middle and said whatever's over here handle as over here, and whatever's over here handle as if it's over here. So if my control panel doesn't develop any further, that should work, but I might have to tackle multi-touch capabilities as we get further in. I don't know, yesterday was it was kind of productive, but I had to spend a long time waiting for the carpets to dry before I could get my desk in and get back to the gist of things. My room kind of got rearranged. But other than that, I might put up another little demo dealio tonight, depending on how far I get. I don't know. I have a lot of time, but so Big Bang Theory's on tonight. I just remembered. That'll be 30 minutes, and I don't think I have any homework because we just had a statistics test. And since I'm on block schedule, I have my homework tonight is for the classes I had 2 days ago. Or not today. I meant for the class I had yesterday. Anyways, I was confusing myself there. Anyways, that's about it. Today's question, I forget what I call them, Q of the day or something like that, question of the day, it is, what is your favorite genre of game if you play games at all? If you don't play games, then just comment saying I don't play games. That's about all I had to say on this wonderful Thursday. It is almost Friday, which means it's almost the weekend. However, I have the ACT this weekend, and if you've never taken a standardized test, it is the worst experience in the world. It's like 4 hours long. The sections are 60 or 75 minutes. Oh, it's bad. And my parents are going up to the cabin this weekend, and I have to stay here and take that, so I get to miss out. And I don't want to drive up by myself because it's quite a ways. So I guess I'll just be here. But that'll give me a lot of time to work on stuff and be productive and all. And probably post a tutorial. I was about to say I didn't want to post a tutorial this weekend because I have the ACT, but I should have time because all in all, I mean, it's only 4 hours long, not all Saturday, and I don't have a whole ton going on Saturday. Oh, tomorrow is Friday, which means it's probably going to be Frisbee Friday, so that just means after school we go play Ultimate. And you like to say we do it every week, but the last 2 Fridays I haven't had school, so we didn't do Frisbee Friday. So tomorrow I'm going to do that till probably like 5 o'clock-ish, or maybe later, I don't know. But yeah, so that's all I got today. If you want, subscribe. Where I think the button is, I predict the button will be right here. Let's see if I'm right. Actually, it's going to be like over here. I don't know. I guess it depends on how big you have the video set. So that's about it. I will talk to you guys in another video. Goodbye.